Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakag, Radash. And double honors to the head apostles of the great millstone that taught us this truth, and including the bishops too. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Brakatham, to the elect overall. And I just want to be real quick with this in saying that prophecy is speaking. And to be exact, this is the prophecy of Jeremiah falling into fruition. What did Jeremiah 49 and verse 20 say? That the purpose of the Lord, which will be played upon Edom, is that the least of the flock shall draw them out. And this news gets out saying that the U.S. will draw up plans to use military force in Middle East if Iran enters Israel war. House of Foreign Affairs Committee Chair Michael McCaul has announced that his committee is drafting legislation to greenlight U.S. military force in the Middle East should the conflict between Hamas and Israel spreads. McCaul first told CNN on Monday of the draft authorization for use of military force in the event it's necessary due to a wider proxy war with Iran. The Texas Republican would not say if the White House had requested the committee to draw up the AUMF. I don't want to confirm that. It's just that there is concern, and we're currently drafting one in the event it's necessary, he said. The Mail Online reports he also told CNN he hoped the U.S. wouldn't have to put boots on the ground. And he says that, but really what they want is they want a war. America's always wanted a war, right? Including the Israeli government too. They've always wanted a war. That's been put very clear, all right? Their actions and everything else. So, at the end of the day, they're going to get what they want. And by the way, I just watched some news on how you've had a multitude of Muslims going into embassies surrounding Israel, and as well as the American ones as well, begging not to, to continue on with this war, to stop the war, basically. But people can get together all day, every day, and chant and protest. Guess what? The plans of the Lord are here to stand, okay? The purposes of the Lord, the ways of the Lord are here to stay. And the thing of it is, according to prophecy in the book of Jeremiah 49 and verse 20, as I'm going to now read, as it reads, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord, and that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, and surely he shall make their inhabitations desolate with them. So as the chairman said it himself, Chairman McCaul, that they may have to write up or to, invest some time in coming up with legislation and to pass legislation to put boots on the ground again in the East, because Iran might get involved in this war with Hamas. All right. So again, the least of the flock shall draw them out. And we've been saying this for the longest time. If something happens to Israel where it concerns these allies of Russia, to be exact, Iran being right next to Israel, right there, then guess what? America's going to step in. And this is what we see happening. So it's very clear from what the eyes can see, whether I'm a member of GMS or not. It's very clear that the Lord himself have sent the prophets out there to proclaim the Bible, and now the Bible is proclaiming itself. The words are speaking out of the Bible now. So what does this tell you? That we at the Great Millstone, beginning with the heads on down, that we were right. Right on what? Right on this nuclear war coming, right on the MOTB, and right on the times of Jacob's trouble. It's clear. All right, it's clear, cut and dry. Double CD. Okay. As it is written in the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, and it shall speak and not lie. And what is the ultimate vision? The ultimate vision is to expect Yahweh's grand return. So we know that things must come to pass prior before the return of the Lord. Jacob's trouble, the MOTB, then the nuclear war, and through all of these things, Yahweh is going to make his second return. Verse 21, the earth is moved at the noise of their fall, and at the cry of the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle. Who is this? This is the Lord. And spread his wings over Basra. So this is speaking about the returning of Yahweh Shai, which he will spread his wings as the eagle. What does this mean? Meaning that the big fathership that he's coming in is going to basically spread as he's incoming. All right. If you understand what I'm saying from the view where he's coming, and as well as you're going to have those angelic forces right along with him. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs, because they're going to witness the true power being visible here on this earth. So now let's go back and read Jeremiah 49 and verse 20, because I want to make another point. And therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Okay. So now let's even dive into another precept, because like I've told you or mentioned in this video that you have a multitude of Muslims gathering together at the embassies of Israel and America, begging them to stop the war. But guess what? As I like to always bring out, man, as I always like to bring out Proverbs 19 in verse 21. There are many devices in a man's heart, nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord that shall stand. And there's another precept I want to get to, because the counsel of the Lord is going to be here forever. Okay. The Lord's purposes. I mean, come on now. This is the Lord's creation we're in. We are also part of his creation. We are his creation. Let me say it differently. Right. So you better believe me. The counsel of the Lord will always remain in mankind and all of the life of the living. So that's the way it's going to go down. You know, whoever likes it, don't like it, it really doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So now let's get something else, because I'm thinking about another precept, but I just don't know where it's at to be exact. That's the one right there. This is what I was thinking about. Psalms 33 and verse 10. The Lord Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught, and he maketh the devices of the people of none effect. Because people have many thoughts and ideas on what they want to see of the world. But at the end of the day, that's not going to happen. Just like I said, what's going to happen is written in the Bible. When you read the words of the prophets, that's what's going to happen. Not what men wants to see or view or think. What is going to happen is what's spoken of out of the mouth of the prophets. Verse 11, the counsel of the Lord Yahweh standeth forever, and the thought of his heart to all generations. Exactly. The thoughts of his heart to all generations, meaning that man's goings will always be of the Lord. All right. So if the Lord wants you to do a particular thing as he's prescribed you to do, because everything that men are doing has already been prescribed way before we even came into this existence. So if people don't want a world war, guess what? According to the purpose of the Lord, they're going to get a world war. These nations at the very top of the food chain of this economy, they may want a new world order agenda, and they may want to establish a fourth industrial revolution. But again, this is not Bible prophecy. That is not Bible prophecy. That's something that of an idea. That's just a thought. And that's all it's ever going to be. So everything's going right in line with prophecy. That's just the point of the matter. Again, like I said, man, I just want to just make this very clear. The end of the world is speaking. Bible prophecy is speaking. All right. Prophecies concerning the ending of the civilization. What we're gonna see, and what we need to be preparing for to see, is the collapsing of the society, martial law being declared, shutdowns of cities, right? All out societal chaos, this nuclear war, and the incoming of Yahweh Shai. That's all I'm going to say. So with that, I'm closing. I say, Shalom.